Today, I'm going to talk about a condition that you probably don't have as you're watching this video, although you may be somebody who had survived from it, or you have a loved one who survived from it. But it's a condition called ARDS, or Acute Respiratory Distress Syndrome. And ARDS is something that if you get it, you're probably going to be hospitalized, and most of the time you'll even be in an ICU, possibly on a ventilator if you get it. It's a very severe condition, and it usually happens in conjunction with other severe conditions like sepsis, bloodstream infections, bad pneumonias, anything that can really predispose your body to be weak. What happens is it can cause a immune response in the lungs, and then you can have fluid leakage, and it develop edema, and then you get what we call acute respiratory distress syndrome. And so, like I said, if that happens to you, you're going to be really sick. You're going to be in the ICU, and it has a high mortality rate. It's a pretty dangerous disease. So you're probably not watching this video if you're actively having that, but there are a lot of people who do have that, and then they end up surviving. They make it out of the hospital, they get off the ventilator, and you make it home. And once you get home, though, you are still probably not quite the same way you were before. You might feel short of breath, you might feel just trouble breathing, you don't have the same lung capacity, you get tired easily, you might feel congested, coughing. You just don't feel like the same person that you were before you got this. And although everything might technically be clear, your doctors might check your x-ray and say everything looks okay. um, there's a good chance you still have just residual damage that we probably just can't see, or your doctors may not be able to see. And so um, even afterwards, it can be quite troubling and disabling for a lot of people. And so the herbs I wanted to talk about today and how we view it in Chinese medicine is, even though you got better from it, if you did get better from it, you probably lost a lot of energy in the lungs from that whole process. And one of the things that we would want to do in treating you from a Chinese medicine standpoint is to try and restore the strength of the lungs, build up your lung energy. And so, one of the common combinations that we actually use in Chinese medicine to really help build up the lungs and restore the vitality of the lungs is a herbal combination of Shen and Huang Qi. And both of those are herbs that tonify and regenerate and build up the lung health. And they both work to build up the lung qi, and they work in combination. So individually they're both good for the lung, but in combination they have this synergistic effect, and they help both to improve your spleen and metabolism, and also the blood supply in the body, and especially the blood supply to the lungs. And so this combination, if you have lung and spleen qi deficiency, if you had ARDS and you just had a lot of lung damage from that, you may have lung qi deficiency, spleen qi deficiency. And in that scenario, both Dangshen and Huang Qi together can really help to improve your lung capacity, improve your energy, and help you recover after an episode of ARDS. And so, it's a commonly used combination in Chinese medicine, a powerful combination, and it's helped a lot of people really improve after some debilitating lung illnesses. So that's a little bit about ARDS, Dangshen, and Huang Qi, and we'll see you next time.